Finland, usually the calm bystander in global politics, has recently made waves with discussions about potentially joining NATO. But why the sudden shift? Could it be the looming presence of Russia, its assertiveness echoing across borders? When Russia annexed Crimea in 2014, it set off tremors of apprehension within Finnish government circles. With Russia's actions triggering alarm bells in Finland's halls of power, the once unthinkable idea of NATO membership gained traction. Soon, Finland started talking about joining NATO.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014, then came 2022, and Russia began the takeover of Donbas, and something snapped within Finland, fundamentally reshaping Finland's security landscape. So, Finland decided it might be time to knock on NATO's door, hoping for a bit of protection and a sense of security in these uncertain times. Finland abandoned its long-held neutrality. In May 2023, Finland formally applied to join the alliance. Now this was a little too much for Putin, who doesn't hate NATO but hates NATO when it flashes in its face. Now here's Putin with his spine-chilling warning to Finland. Russian President Vladimir Putin has claimed that Finland will now be in trouble because of its NATO membership. Putin has claimed this in an interview with the program Moscow. He said, "They just dragged Finland into NATO. Did we have any disputes? All disputes, including territorial ones, were resolved long ago, in the middle of the 20th century. We had the kindest and most sincere relations. There were no problems, but there will be now. That's because we are going to create the Leningrad military district and concentrate certain military formations there. Why would they want all of this nonsense?" Putin even added that he wants no war with NATO countries, as there are no territorial disputes, but Finland, beyond joining NATO, actually didn't stop there. The country even went on to sign a defense deal with the US. On November 1, 2023, Finland and the United States marked a significant milestone in their bilateral defense relationship by culminating in the fifth round of negotiations for a Defense Cooperation Agreement, DCA. This soon-to-be sealed agreement aims to establish a robust framework to further enhance the already deep security cooperation between the two nations, which are fancy words that talk about screwing Russia. The DCA is a tangible manifestation of the close partnership between the US and Finland, solidified by their shared commitment to transatlantic security. Again, you get the drift right. As NATO allies, both countries recognize the need for enhanced collaboration to address evolving regional and global security challenges. Now, do any of you believe Putin will remain passive amidst these shifts? Not likely. His recent emergence comes with a subtle threat, a warning of impending trouble for Finland, despite earlier assurances against conflicts with NATO nations over territorial disputes. His latest statements suggest otherwise. Putin hints at stirring problems for Finland following its defense agreement with the United States. Putin might just be eyeing Finland as the next Crimea. Reports have surfaced for the second time within 2 years, indicating the Kremlin's deliberate orchestration of a refugee crisis. In recent weeks, Russian authorities have been forcibly pushing hundreds of migrants and refugees towards Finland's eastern frontier. Few days back, as a result, the Finnish government sealed its entire border with Russia, with Estonia threatening to do the same. Meanwhile, the European Union's border agency Frontex has pledged to deploy personnel to Finland's border. As expected, Russia has dismissed any wrongdoing, yet skepticism remains widespread. Moscow's maneuvers undeniably correlate with Finland's recent NATO membership and its freshly inked defense agreement with the United States, brokered earlier this month. Several media sources view Russia's latest move in its hybrid warfare as retaliatory. Threaten Russia's security periphery, and face chaos on your own frontiers. Now Finland better keep its guard up, because Putin's warning has already been unleashed. However, there is a further element to Russia's strategy that often gets lost in this feverish news cycle, but its geographical position near Russia's Kola Peninsula has held strategic importance for over a century. Access to warm water ports has been a long-standing goal for Russia's global influence. Finland's neutrality once provided Russia a secure maritime route through St. Petersburg to the west. However, with Finland and Estonia's alignment with NATO following the Ukraine crisis, the alliance's potential blockade in the Gulf of Finland could limit Russia's access to the militarily vital Kaliningrad exclave. Russia has long been preparing to capitalize on the Arctic's changing climate, eyeing new trade routes and natural resources, aiming to navigate around a hypothetical NATO blockade via its northern coast. Murmansk's ice-free Arctic port on the Kola Peninsula plays a pivotal role in Russia's strategic interests, hosting a significant nuclear deterrence force near Finland's border. This strategic focus mirrors Russia's prior actions in Crimea and Ukraine, revealing a consistent desire to control vital waterways that offer an escape from the Eurasian landmass. And finally, Russia has its eyes fixed on Finland at last.